Here we go now.
Happy Monday, y'all. Welcome back to the Kempire channel. As you can see, if you're watching on YouTube, I have some special guests, the hosts of Pop Roast here on YouTube. We've got Alexander Rogers and C. Diggy, aka Chris, are back here on the channel for our Boys Club collaboration, talking about hot topics in the Real Housewives. First of all, Alexander, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Of course. Chris, welcome.
Happy to be here.
I'm loving your t-shirt, especially after this weekend's celebration of Aaliyah at Essence Fest. What did you guys even see the performances? Because I know it literally just happened last night.
I saw Maya's clip, and if anyone was to do her justice, it was Maya. She did a great job.
Yeah.
This is my first time hearing about it. I want to see it, but I'm glad Maya did it because Maya is talented and on key, unlike so many.
Starting out the gate.
Damn. on this Monday. Well, Maya was one of the performers. Missy Elliott produced this. She had some of Aaliyah's choreographers be a part of it as well. We also had Seven Streeter that was a part of it. Chloe Bailey was a part of it. Normani. We had oh my god, what's her name? Oh my damn. She's from the Star Show. Damn it.
Oh, Ryan Destiny.
I knew Destiny was in the name. Like, wait a second. Beautiful woman as well. So I just need them to bring this to the BET Awards next year. Please and thank you.
Essence did a good job this year with the lineup, the whole weekend, and in my city too. I mean, great.
They had Cardi B there. I mean, everyone was there. Tamar Braxton. Did you guys see that clip of Tamar interacting with Candy and Monica?
Them not wanting to be bothered with her. Monica was like,
stand on business, and it's Tamar. I'm not surprised.
Ooh, she's lying through her caps.
I don't know. I don't recall, because I've covered so many Tamar beefs. I don't recall her and Monica having the public beef. I know that there is beef, but I've never seen them go back and forth on social media that I can recall.
Because Monica doesn't go back and forth on social media. She will whoop your ass. She will Brandy's ass. I'm sure she'll whoop Tamar's.
There's so much I can say about that Brandy and Monica stuff, but I am going to leave it for my book.
Kick down your door.
Look. Since Brandy didn't want to talk about it in hers. I did do a book review of that. Stay tuned, y'all. Sign up for the Patreon. First of all, guys, before we even get to any of that, how was your Juneteenth sequel this past weekend?
Oh, it was good. I celebrated me.
I know that's right.
More so I'm Black first, then gay.
Amen.
And then American. So yeah.
Amen.
I celebrate the food. I celebrate having time off with people I care about and the food. Okay. So I don't have to participate. And also, I like a firework. I don't have to celebrate America. I can celebrate a hot dog and a hamburger. And that's what I choose to celebrate. I celebrate shrimp. I celebrate shrimp on the Barbie.
Okay. I do like a good barbecue. I haven't been to a good barbecue in a long time.
Mm-hmm. Baked beans are a reason to put out some balloons and some streamers.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you guys had such a good weekend and you're having such a good summer. The main reason why I had to have you guys back on here is because there's so many hot topics to talk about. But you also recently announced your live show at the Green Room 42 happening on August 1st. What can people expect from a pop roast live versus what they see on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm gonna let Alex go into it.
We're gonna have the hits. We're going to have Q&A, and we are going to be able to say all the words that YouTube censors.
I'm going to have my pearls clutched.
I also think it's like a culmination of like our 8-year history. I can't believe it's been 8 years. It started with a movie review, and then just to me asking Alex when I met him, can we do Hot Topics, just one episode? And then it kind of just shot off, and I was just like, you know what? We got to call this something, pop roast, roasting pop culture. And I just can't believe it. I did not know this was my trajectory. And yeah, I'm from the school of Alexander Rogers. He has changed my life for the better.
I knew it was his trajectory.
Well, yeah.
I was like, when we first met on the train, he is hilarious.
Not on the train.
on the one train.
On the one train.
On the one.
On the one.
Your next album, On the One.
Fun fact: when we both lived in New York City, we lived like 6 blocks from each other, 6 blocks and like 1 avenue over.
And Amanda Seals was on 141st. I met Amanda Seals first in my neighborhood.
How was that?
We were in a good place back then. She was really nice. We met up, for coffee, and I got a job as her assistant back in the day. This was around late 2013, early 2014 in that area.
Oh,
yeah. Oh,
you said you were in a good place at that point.
I'm blocked.
You're blocked by Amanda?
Yes, that's a whole other story for another day.
Are you going to tell it at Pop Roast Live on August 1st?
Oh, yeah.
I'll answer some questions if anybody has any, but
I'm going to put my hand way up. Can you explain what happened between you and Amanda Seals? Oh, wow. I had no idea.
I mean, anyone who's worked with or for Amanda, like, they have a story. It just is what it is.
Not surviving Amanda Seals.
Look.
I did not know. We'll have to talk about that offline. All right.
Yeah. But
guys,
anyway.
Okay. Guys, you're just joining us. I'm here with C. Diggy and Alexander Rogers. Pop Roast Live coming to the Green Room 42 on August 1st. So go get your tickets today. Ticket information will be available in the description. I'll be in the house. I'm sure a lot of you will be in the house as well. So I look forward to seeing you all there. All right, guys, let's first start off with this story. This is actually really, really sad. And I feel for her because I know a lot of people didn't necessarily love Anne Marie Wiley on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. But more information is coming out behind Marcellus Wiley's arrest over the holiday weekend. He was arrested for domestic battery. And according to TMZ, he threatened Anne Marie. Because at the time, normally when they talk about when they report on these domestic disputes, they never reveal who the victim is for protection wise. But now we're finding out that Anne Marie Wiley, his wife that we've seen on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, was the victim. Now the details are pretty shocking, but I think some people might say not so shocking. So let me just give you an update on this, guys. Former NFL star and longtime sportscaster Marcellus Wiley was arrested in Florida over the holiday weekend, TMZ Sports reports. They said that according to jail records obtained by TMZ Sports, Wiley was booked into the Orange County Jail on July 4th on a charge of domestic battery. The 51-year-old remained listed in the jail. So he's still locked up.
Good.
Following the arrest, according to custody records, he's being held without bond. Details around the alleged incident that led to the charge and who was involved were not immediately available. This is not the first time that Wiley has made headlines this year. In April, he was accused of SA by 4 accusers. In May, Wiley denied the allegations on an episode of his podcast, saying they are attempting to leverage lies for personal gain. As they say, assassination by accusation. That's their goal. They trying by lying. That was the exact quote. Wiley enjoyed a nearly 10-year NFL career after being selected by the Buffalo Bills in the second round of the 1997 NFL Draft. The defensive end also suited up for the San Diego Chargers, Dallas Cowboys, and Jacksonville Jaguars, earning a Pro Bowl selection in 2001 after recording a career-high 13 sacks with the Chargers. I have no idea what any of that means. Do you guys? Oh, no? Oh, well, damn. Well, we have an update in regards to this story. Hold on. These damn advertisers. I understand, TMZ, you got to get paid too.
Oh, yeah.
Look, can I see my article, though? There we go. Well, now we're finding out exactly the victim, and that is Anne-Marie Wiley. They write this. Former NFL star Marcellus Wiley allegedly got physical with his wife, Anne-Marie, or Anna Marie, as she says it's pronounced, before his DV arrest on July 4th weekend. She told cops that he poked her in the cheek and threatened to unalive her. This is according to the arrest affidavit. According to the docs obtained by TMZ, Marcellus and Anne-Marie were inside a hotel room in Orlando, Florida on Saturday afternoon when things went awry, and the former Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star called police to report a battery. When officers arrived at the World Marriott, they say that Anne-Marie told them that she wanted her husband removed from their room because she was afraid of him after he threatened to take her life. The docs say that their 3 children were also in the room along with other kids, all of whom were at the hotel to attend a basketball tournament. And as soon as I was reading this, I said to myself, this is not the first time that this has happened.
Oh, yeah.
This is not. Well, according to Anne-Marie, it's not. Cops say that Anne-Marie also told them that the previous morning, Marcellus put his hands on her while she was sitting on the bed. Standing over her, Marcellus used one finger to sternly and intentionally poke her in the cheek in front of their 7-year-old daughter. The docs state that Anne-Marie went on to say that she's planning on divorcing Wiley, claiming that he's had an unreported history of violence towards her in the past. I mean, I kind of suspected that when she sort of took on the name 8.5 in regards to that's what he referred to her as. And she was like, oh, I was okay with it. And I was like, oh, okay. As for Wiley, he told police that he and his wife did not have a physical altercation in the hotel and that there was no violence between them, stating that he never laid a hand on his wife and was only there taking care of the children. Cops say that Wiley showed them text messages between them exchanging cordial messages. However, based on Anne-Marie's written statement, police found probable cause to arrest Wiley for domestic violence battery. As you may know, Anne-Marie appeared as a full-time cast member on season 13 of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. After the season concluded, the show's producers gave her the axe, saying that she wasn't a good fit. Guys, reactions to this story.
I'm happy that he is in a prison in Florida because hell is hot, but Florida is hotter. There's nowhere more uncomfortable except perhaps maybe on a bus in France where they also don't have air conditioning. So he's right where he's supposed to be. And also, Anne-Marie, you are a nurse anesthetist, which means you have access to drugs that can put him to sleep permanently. Why don't you use them and inherit?
So I'm not really surprised by the story, but I'm glad that she's like actually doing something about it.
Yeah.
I do agree that she was not a good fit for the show, and all we know her for is like esophagus. My name's Anne-Marie. Oh yeah. But you know, even though I didn't like her as a housewife, I still like want her to be safe, even though I didn't even agree with some of what she said. Like I just think on these housewife shows, you see these couples that is obviously a facade there.
Yeah.
And like a darkness behind it. Like even on Beverly Hills in the earlier days when there was Taylor and Russell, like you saw that there was something going on there, but Taylor was trying to keep up the facade. So, you know, I'm just glad she's out of that situation.
Yeah. Especially, I think she probably now feels empowered to get out of that situation now that it's public, because it must have been like a very dark secret. And look, he's been accused of SA multiple times over the years, and that recently just came up again. So I don't know if that was the last straw for her. Who knows, or maybe this Florida trip was the last straw. A lot of
children too.
Yeah, a lot of domestic things. Yeah, a lot of domestic things happen over a holiday weekend. So I wasn't completely surprised by any of that. But I hope she really sticks sticks with this and doesn't go back, because that happens a lot too, even despite us all now knowing that this situation happened. And I'm glad that it didn't escalate to where it could have escalated to.
Right.
Speaking of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, did you guys see the video over the weekend or the announcement that Farrah, Kyle's daughter, her eldest daughter, is pregnant?
Yeah, I'm happy for her. Like, Kyle's going to be a grandmother.
She certainly is old enough to be one.
She is.
I just set the layup and he gets, he dunks there.
Yes, yes, I see that. I mean, I'm happy for Farrah, but everyone's resounding question is, who's the father? I saw in the comment section, she replied that she's going to announce that soon. I'm thinking she's probably decided to do this on her own. What do you guys think? I'm just reading Alexander's
I'm fine
face.
with women eliminating men and just having kids on their own. And it seemed like she was engaged at one point, and maybe she just really wanted to be a mom.
Yeah,
it's just people in the comments be so cruel, because I was looking in the comments, and that was the first thing somebody said. I was just like, really?
That's the thing. I have the thought, but I don't put it out on the
Right.
stream, in the comment section. Like, I'll text one of y'all, like, who the daddy?
People are nasty. Oh, they celebrating a bastard child. I'm like,
I
oh my
saw that.
God.
Well, I
A lot of
mean,
people were saying that. I was like, whoop.
well, what do you call it? I don't think that Kyle was married when she got pregnant with her, so that's a family tradition. They got married after, if memory serves.
I believe she did.
Okay, so it's a family tradition.
Okay. I mean, Kyle seems really happy about it, and I'm sure this is probably going to be Kyle's storyline for season, was it 19?
Oh, she's coming back?
Or it's not season 19, season 16. She's coming back. Come on. There's always a rumor coming out that Kyle's not going to return. She's clearly coming back.
I just haven't heard any word of Beverly Hills, even in pre-production right now. They're all focusing on the 20th anniversary, the girls' trip.
Yes. I heard that they're not going to probably start filming till the end of the summer.
I agree with that. It's kind of in shambles right now. Like, I don't know where they can go with this.
Yeah. They definitely have to do some sort of shakeup. Alexander, what did you think of this last season of Beverly Hills? Did you enjoy it?
I mean, it was an incredible disappointment. I did love how Amanda's youth got under the girl's skin. I mean, when she said, what was it? When that skullish looking woman, Rachel Zoe, the one with the teeth, when she said, "Oh yeah, that's Chanel 1983," and then that girl said, "Yeah, the year I was born." Honey, all of them couldn't take it. All of them were like, the camera went to each and every one. Even Jennifer Tilly was like, "Ooh, yeah."
I personally couldn't stand Amanda, and I think because we, the audience, has just such a visceral reaction to her. Like, production was just like, yes, engagement, and I was
the ratings did not suffer at all despite it not being their best season. The ratings did not suffer for them, which I didn't understand.
I mean, the money's still there at the end of the day.
The ratings don't suffer because the same people that watch Beverly Hills are the same people that watch JAG, white people that just leave the TV on.
Okay. Excuse me, I actually was fighting on the Hill for Beverly Hills the longest. And I was hoping that, they would land the plane, and they didn't. And now it's like they need to change something.
Okay, I want to know both of your thoughts. Like, what would you want to see for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills in their next season?
It just can't be centered around Kyle. Like, we need something different. Like, I know Kyle is like the face of the show, but it's just something that needs to change. And my girl Bose, my gosh, so many licks taken. Like, I just don't know where we can go from here. I just don't want to hear anything about Kyle and Dorit's friendship anymore. We need to move on to just different stories.
Did you like Rachel Zoe this past season?
I loved Rachel Zoe. Like, she fit in effortlessly. I think Alex is the one who does not care for her. I used to watch the Rachel Zoe show and everything. Like, I wanted to come back. It's just Amanda. It's just like she's always sulking. She was the victim. She does that little pout, like, no one wants to talk to me. Like she just, I don't know, I couldn't stand her.
Oh, okay. Alexander.
I liked Amanda because she got under their skin, and also I love how millennial she was about it, where she's like, I'm not engaging in this.
She does not
I'm not doing
millennials.
this.
I'm sorry.
I loved her money. I love that she was unapologetically rich. I love that she was unapologetically a boss, like Rachel Zoe tries to be. I thought Rachel Zoe is just a mix of Kyle and Dorit, where it's just the same. It's like a different them in a different font, where it's like, this is the same person. So I agree, she fit in, but she kind of blended into me like wallpaper. Bose is not interesting. She's intelligent. She's beautiful. She has style, but she ain't interesting. She's got good television. I like her house. Her houses.
Okay.
Now, we ain't gonna talk about that hair, but them houses.
Y'all saw all that Ivy Park. She was looking good.
And exactly why Ivy Park is discontinued.
The problem with Bose was she was just too much going through the friendship as like a boardroom. And I feel like if you put her on a Black franchise, she was going to have to be forced to be herself.
I would be interested to see what that would look like. Her on like a majority Black cast.
And I want to see Garcelle on a majority Black cast too.
Okay. Why is that?
Just to see how she moves in that environment.
All right. Do you guys miss Garcelle?
I do. To quote Mary.
I'm about to say the way you said that. I was like, wait a minute, I just got a flashback. Okay. All right.
I enjoyed Garcelle when she was on, but I understand she was ready to go. She came there to get her Q rating up, to get that Lifetime movie deal, and to move the hell on. So I don't want her back because she used the platform for what it was supposed to be used for.
She did what Kim Fields did successfully. Successfully.
Exactly, because Kim Fields wasn't successful.
Right. She was one of the worst editions of Atlanta.
Kim Fields came on. I'm sorry. Kim Fields came on to pay back taxes, and that was it. When she showed up, because she had some back tax debt, it happens. When she showed up to that trip with a bag of carrots and her own lunch, I was like, girl. She said, look, I'm going to give you me all right.
You might put an allegedly behind that. I didn't hear about that.
Me either. Everything that Alexander says is alleged. Okay.
Yes. There will be disclaimers before the live show, y'all, too.
Oh, yeah.
Because I will walk off stage.
Oh, not walk off stage. Lord have mercy. This is going to be a show. Okay. All right. Let's move on because there's so much more to get into, guys. Just joining us. I'm here with the host of Pop Roast, Alexander Rogers, and C. Diggy One. All the information, including their YouTube channel and their live show that's happening on August 1st, will be available in the description. So be sure to check that out. And if you haven't already, be sure to like today's video. We had a break. There is no new episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta. So this is a perfect opportunity to bring our special guests on here to give you an update on their thoughts on the first 13 episodes of Real Housewives of Atlanta. So we're going to get into Atlanta in just a second. But first, we have to talk about Atlanta's sisters that were a part of our Black Sundays. And maybe because they're tan, they thought they would fit in on Black Sundays. But Real Housewives of Rhode Island, they seem to have a big premiere in regards to the fans really embracing them this season. We also had some news this week that for season 2, Liz McGraw will not be joining the cast. How did you feel about that, Alexander, in regards to Liz announcing that she won't join for season 2?
Well, I can understand that after Jen Shaw was the first housewife to be taken into federal custody on camera, I could see why Liz wouldn't want to be the second. I could see that because her friend Dino is facing jury trial for alleged cocaine dealing. And that's out there. That's happening. We know that that's scheduled in court. So there also was an investigation where they reported how long he was on the phone with her and how numerous the phone calls were. So yeah. I think it would be very smart to, while your dearest friend, someone very close to you and your husband, who spent a lot of time in international waters off the coast of Florida.
Oh,
Now, according
That's
to
a
Liz,
fact.
because she made a statement. She made a second statement.
She did.
Anyone thinking that it has to do with what's going on with Dino? I don't know. That's what she said.
Yeah.
She didn't say her husband wasn't involved. She just said she wasn't involved. I read between the lines. So
didn't Jen Shaw say she was innocent up until the last minute though?
Well, fuck her. I don't know.
Oh my God.
It's fuck Jen Shaw all day over here. Like what she did was unforgivable. I want her to still be in jail.
Isn't she still on like home confinement or something like that?
Yeah, I think she got. Oh, I think she got an anklet on.
Yeah, let it remain. Look, let it remain. I'm glad it's kind of gone silent when it comes to Jen Shaw and what's been going on over there. I'm good. I'm also good on her not returning to Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. They've been fine without her. But Chris, what did you think of this season of Rhode Island beyond Liz?
Oh yeah, I think that's how you fucking do it. Like this reminded me why I love Housewives in the first place. I just can't believe it. Like I was giving the first 2 episodes a chance because I was like, oh, I don't know if I can tell these bitches alike. You know, they all looked alike to me. But as I was watching, I was just like, it was just so genuine. Like that's how their personalities were. And just all the controversy off the show, I was just really surprised. Like it was like a beautiful surprise. Like it was a flawless season, flawless reunion. Like 2 parts. I loved it. I think it's going to be really bad having Liz leave, though. I'm going to miss her because she just like got stepped into her villain role. And then she already had like 2 quotables, like, but he is Ma, but he is. And, you know, I agree, Joel, and I agree. Like,
you were not homeless, Ma.
Yeah. You were never homeless. Yeah.
Alexander, how do you feel about Liz not coming back, Alex?
I'm okay with it because she would get a little too angry where she was gonna bust somebody in the jaw. I mean, I would have liked to see Joellen get hit because God, she was annoying, but I know that wouldn't be good for her business. So I think it's probably best. Also, she said she didn't feel like she fit in because the women were like 20 years younger than her.
Yeah. I felt like she fit in.
She was the most immature.
But maybe, you know, I could tell just based off of her appearances on Watch What Happens Live, interviews, the after show, you could tell she really wasn't feeling this experience. I don't think she was feeling the microscope on her or the Bravo universe. The Bravo universe itself it's a very different animal. So I can imagine someone like her who seems medicated and aloof, and I'm not saying that she is, I'm just saying it just gives that energy. I could see why she didn't come back, but I've seen a lot of people repeat what you said, Chris, in regards to going to miss her. I was okay with it. And maybe because I saw the signs of her not being into it, I was like, all right, we have so many great characters, and I feel like Alicia's a breakout star. You know, I love a cracker too. So how did you guys feel about Alicia?
I think she's the second coming of Teresa, a more likable Teresa.
Ooh.
Like she reminded me of season 1 Teresa when I actually liked her. And I hope she like just stays the course. Even though at the reunion, I was kind of shaking my head at her financial literacy because she kind of demonized her own husband when it seemed like she was the problem. And I'm just like, damn.
She is the problem.
Yeah. But I love Alicia. I think that Liz thought that she was going to be the breakout star, and it turned out being Alicia.
Oh, so you think that it was Liz? This was more like Liz's ego.
I think so. It had something to do with it. It's not all of it, but it had something to do with it.
Wow. Alexander, thoughts on Alicia and the crackers?
I want to dovetail off of Chris's point with Liz. I think that Liz is smart enough to know, okay, if she's the favorite, I'm going to get the villain at it. And so she was like, I may not want to sign up for that. I too was very irritated when her husband started saying, well, I actually have the house in a trust. I was like, oh my God, he's got it in a trust. So you're already taken care of. You're skipping probate, you idiot. You're skipping probate. And you want to say, oh, I tune out when he starts talking about trust.
She doesn't know what probate means. She doesn't know what you're even talking about.
I'm bored. I just want to be told what out. Do I have the house or not?
Yes, you do, you idiot. It's set up in a trust.
With your name on it.
So that you don't have to pay taxes on it or go through probate. You don't know what probate. Oh God, she probably doesn't.
That's what I was like.
She doesn't know what a trust is.
I was like, why would he put her in charge of anything? That's why I was like, I see Billy's point. Like, I would not want to put her in charge of anything, any financials.
That's why they have that young lady there. Whatever.
Right.
What was her name? Victoria? What was her?
She put that lady business out too.
That's why that woman is there. She doesn't want to meet with her, but that woman is taking care of her and probably will take care of her after Billy's gone.
Yeah, I feel bad for going in on Billy. It seemed like he genuinely loves her.
Oh, you went in on Billy?
Yeah,
I did go in on Billy too because I felt like that re-engagement was lackluster.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say.
Is Alicia worth that much effort? If you ain't gonna listen to me when I talk about a trust, I ain't impressing you with shit else. Now, I will say though, the fact that he gave her the same ring from 9, throw that shit away. I need something new. Turn that in like Kim did with Big Papa's ring, so that RHORI could get her a decent one. Marlo told that truth.
But now I think I'm feeling Billy because Billy probably knows that she's very finicky, and if he got her a new ring that she didn't choose herself, she probably would be like, I don't want this ring. I like my original ring. So I'm on Billy's side going forward because I just can't trust Alicia in regards to what's going on over there. Speaking of can't trust, Brian and RHORI.
Lord have mercy.
What is going on over there? I think so many people think that RHORI is such a smart cookie when it comes to her finances, but not when it comes to her relationship. He's definitely been caught out there in regards to the marriage. Joellen had all the receipts. Everyone's saying that she should be a part of the screening process for all Bravo celebrities. Alex, what did you think of this whole situation? This love triangle, when you think about it, between RHORI, Joellen, and Brian. Not even the mistress. Okay.
Well, Joella is getting all of the information from the mistress. So there's a level of what angle is the mistress having? Because Joella, you're being used to help break up this marriage because when he's still a doctor. And so Rule is like, you ain't gonna rock my VVS stones, you fresh-tailed hussy. So I get why Rule is staying with her man. And she's also like, I got kids to raise. I ain't letting him off easy, go frolic with that heifer. No, you come here and drive these little people to soccer.
All right, for the Beyonce reference. Leave me along. I've been through this too long. Yeah. Poor Rula. Like, I have some sympathy for her. And Joellen, she got her so good, but when it came off really brutal to me, and she was just really relentless towards Rula. At one point, had her like humming when she was talking about her anniversary date. I was like, oh my.
And when were you pregnant?
Yeah, it was a little bit too much, and I don't know, like trying to ruin someone's life, and it was. I had so much secondhand embarrassment. I don't think Rula deserved that much, because how do you go to a second season with someone who did that to you? Yeah. And also with Rula's perspective, like, why am I trusting a bitch who's friends with the one who's fucking my husband? Why would I trust her? Why would I trust her intentions? Yeah. And what does that say about Joellen? Like, so you're friends with the mistress, you're cool with that, what she's doing, because she knows that she's breaking up a family. It does take two. I'm not putting it all on the mistress, but it's like, what's your judge of character and how you move in? And I don't think Rula explored that at the reunion. Like, what is your angle, Joellen, if you're getting all this information from her? So
Joellen says she's trying to vindicate herself in regards to, people calling her a liar. Look, part of me doesn't blame Joellen for going hard. I do feel like she went too far. Mm-hmm. But when you come for my job, you're complaining to my boss about me. Look, I'm coming at you with everything blazing. So part of me feels for Joellen in regards to that. Then part of me sort of like, okay, Joellen, season 2, let this go. Let it completely go. I don't know if Rula's going to be let go in regards to, unless she decides to divorce Brian. I don't necessarily want to see Rula again. And I thought she was a good housewife, but if we're going to literally have the elephant in the room of this man, clearly, I don't know what this looks like, but I don't need to see him try to pretend to be the doting house husband when we know he probably just waiting on the next trick to do the same thing all over again. He cheated in the worst way.
Yeah.
I feel like this is actually an honest marriage. This is actually what really goes on behind a lot of closed doors, and we're just seeing it out in the open. Rula, if you just let that man cheat in peace and just said, look, the marriage is open, I don't care, you would take all of the wind out of their sails. Because you letting him cheat in peace. You don't care at this juncture. If you did, you would have been left.
Okay. All right.
I think she just doesn't want to be a second-time divorcee. I think there's a lot of pride in that. And I think just from my experience, like some women do.
Wait, you were married?
Oh, no, just from, not from my experience. I was the child in the situation where,
okay.
I was like, don't stay together for me. Don't put that all on me as the only child in this relationship. Like, I wanted my mom to be happy. I won't put too much of my business out there. That's why. But I'm just saying that, like, I've just seen things in my childhood where I'm just like, I don't agree with the notion of staying together for the kids because it's a toxic environment for the child or
100%,
children.
100%. What did you guys think of Kelsey and Rosie and that whole interaction this season?
Chef's kiss, one of the best housewives fights, maybe top 10 of all time. And I just thought production was so messy because they should have intervened.
They opened the door back up.
When I think they nudged her or something like that. I can't remember. Like Kelsey nudged her or something because he got into her face. And then when they were tugging back and forth on the luggage, where if Rosie tugged too hard and Kelsey let go, she would have been flying down the stairs, a la Death Becomes Her. And then like slamming the door, almost slammed her hand in the door. So yeah, I thought that was an A1 fight. And I never thought I would be rooting for Rosie because Rosie was giving Ashley Darby vibes as well as Whitney vibes in the beginning of the season. It's just so crazy how like my perspective has changed the cast members from the beginning to the end of the season. Because I just knew I wasn't going to like Rosie, but she came to play, especially in the reunion when she said your coworker was the other woman.
Yeah.
Your coworker was a girlfriend in Florida.
Right. I was like, ooh.
All right. Alexander, what were your thoughts on Rosie and Kelsey's relationship this season?
I mean, I have never seen someone misplace energy like I've seen Kelsey misplace energy. Instead of fighting with Rosie, you should have been fighting with that man for a decent settlement. Girl, you got a year of health insurance and a rental apartment. I thought this man was rich. You didn't walk away with actual property, actual jewelry. You should be auctioning off all the baubles and bracelets he bought you and be buying something. Instead, you're in a rental in Rhode Island. In a rental in Rhode Island. After you gave up the best years of your thighs, you got less out of it than Erica Jane. And that's pathetic.
Oh, damn.
So that's why you're attacking Rosie. Rosie has the life you want.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, why does she keep commenting on her house and square footage? You don't have a house. You don't have a house. Love, toots, sweetie, beloved.
On that note, we're going to pay some bills. I want to thank our sponsors for today's live. Guys, you just joined us. Don't forget to like today's video. Shout out to our sponsor, MyFitnessPal. Quick MyFitnessPal moment. This week, I met with my nutritionist and something in my head said, ding, ding, ding. I need to mention to her that I'm using MyFitnessPal now. Here's the thing. Every time I meet with my nutritionist, she asks me, okay, so what is your diet like now? What are you eating? Walk me through a week of your eating. And a lot of times I don't remember half of half of what I've eaten between the snacks and things like that. But as you know, I've been using MyFitnessPal again after years of taking a break from it, but I've been using it actively for the last couple of weeks. And this time I was able to go through my day with her. And she also helped me figure out what should be my calorie goal. What exactly is MyFitnessPal saying in regards to my carbohydrates when it comes to my fats and things like that? So meeting with my nutritionist actually helped me utilize the app even more. But the cool thing too is I can also export a lot of the information from MyFitnessPal Premium, and I can send that information to her so she has a better understanding of what my day really looks like. That also saves us on time in regards to what we can discuss in our hour. I thought it was really cool. She opened up her MyFitnessPal app because she has one too. And we walked through the cool things that are available within the app that can help me actually have a better meeting with her. No more guessing. I opened MyFitnessPal and there was my whole week logged right in front of us. Real data instead of my memory. Because as I keep mentioning to you, your nutrition is the foundation of everything, from your energy to your sleep, and more importantly, your recovery. And if you don't know what you're doing when it comes to your diet, when you don't know what your activity looks like or what your food intake looks like, then you can't dial it in if you don't actually see it. And that's what Premium does for me. As always, I've gotten you a discount. Go to podcast.myfitnesspal.com and use code KEMPIRE, all uppercase letters, for 15% off Premium. More information on MyFitnessPal will be available in the description. Okay, I get it. It's not a new year, but it can still be a new you. As you know, we've partnered with Factor many, many times, and this is no different. But let me paint a picture for you. Hunger strikes, and you're exhausted. I know it, especially on a busy day. There's something healthy in your fridge or pantry that you should be making, but you don't have it in you. Relatable, right? For me, eating healthy isn't a willpower problem. It's a setup problem until I found Factor. As you know, I have a busy schedule. Sometimes there's breaking news and I do not have the time in me to cook that meal or prepare for that meal. With Factor, I'm hitting my nutrition goals this season without the planning, grocery shopping, or cooking. What I also love about Factor is that you're getting great quality meals, dietitian approved meals. Factor has meals built around your goals, whether that's weight loss, overall nutrition, more protein, or GLP-1 support. For strength and workout recovery, check out Factor's Muscle Pro collection. As I've mentioned many times before, Factor meals are crafted with functional ingredients from lean proteins, colorful veggie, whole foods, and healthy fats. Factor bans 175 plus ingredients, no artificial colors, no sweeteners, no high fructose corn syrup, and no refined seed oils. And most importantly, convenience. Ready in 2 minutes, Factor shops, preps, cooks, and delivers straight to your door so you have more time for everything you love this spring. Head to factormeals.com/Kempire50 off and use code Kempire50 off to get 50% off and free daily greens per box with new subscription only while supplies last until September 27th, 2026. See website for more details. More details on Factor and your discounts will be available in the description. Thanks, Factor. And we're back. With our special guests, Alexander Rogers and C. Diggy One. Pop Roast Live is coming to the Green Room 42 on August 1st. Ticket information will be available in the description. We were just talking about Real Housewives of Rhode Island. Did I miss anything, or did you guys have any last minute thoughts on Rhode Island before we get to Real Housewives of Atlanta?
I want Ashley to be a friend of the show because I like her and her husband. They seem like they genuinely love each other. And that's rare to see a husband on the Housewives that genuinely loves his wife. So I don't want to ruin that marriage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was just about to mention Ashley. I just want to give her like a nice little shout out. It's her first season. So I think she should get another chance. Like, you know, every other housewife. You
I
know,
feel like Ashley was a good addition. There's way too many of these women that are turning up and having very histrionic reactions to even though she has her own histrionic reactions to things. I feel like she was a perfect balance for this very dynamic, in your face cast. So I thought she was okay. Here's the thing. They're going to bring her back. They're going to bring her back full time because she has the Bachelor Nation behind her. She has that following. They want that following.
She has more followers than all of them combined.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but yeah.
Like Shamea has more money than all of the housewives combined. Well, out of Atlanta anyway.
Yeah. But she's still failed as a housewife.
I mean, well, half the cast is bankrupt, so out earning Pinky, Kelly, and who's the other broke one? Oh, Angela. 4 foreclosures in 1 year.
Leave Angela, look.
We will get to Real Housewives of Atlanta in a moment, but I had to pick your brains. And Pride Month just ended. But we have a new relationship that we need to unpack. I could not wait for us to talk about Karamo and Jussie Smollett and their announcement that they are dating. So Karamo was on Carlos King's podcast talking about that he's dating someone new. He didn't reveal who he was dating at the time. However, conveniently, TMZ seemed to have the paparazzi ready, locked and loaded to capture Karamo and Jussie out and about on their date, and then him dropping him off at the airport. Chris, what do you think of this new power gay couple?
Black love. I'm kidding. I don't know. It just made me roll my eyes because I'm just not the biggest fan of Karamo. Jussie. Karamo, I just feel like he's a little fraudulent, a little whitewashed, a little attention seeking. And that's what I think
about Jussie or Karamo.
I know, right?
Wait.
That's what they have in common.
That's
what they have in common. Like, they're just both stunt queens looking for their next fix. I thought Jussie learned his lesson, but I guess he just wants fame and any.
Why did you think that Jussie lost? Why did you think Jussie learned his lesson?
I don't know, because he still hasn't admitted the truth anyway. So that's a good point. Thank you for calling me out. But yeah, I just rolled my eyes. I actually saw Jussie like a month or two ago at my bar, and he looked completely different when I saw him on Harlem Week. So let's just say.
What do you mean?
He just gives a little performative, it seems. Like when I saw him at my bar with who he was with, compared to this Jussie that I saw on stage.
So wait, hold on, Chris, because I know you want to save some of this stuff for the live show on August 1st, but you got to give us a little something, okay? You spilling tea. Wait, hold on.
Like, he was very nice or whatever, but I barely recognized Jussie because it just who he was with. It just didn't translate to like the power for the people Jussie I saw at Harlem Week. Doing his goat yodeling on stage. So. It's really easy, Alex, to book that Harlem stage, right? You should know, right? With the Janet Jackson of it all.
Wait, what?
Wait. Oh no, that was Harlem Week, not Harlem Pride.
Well, look, booking a stage in Harlem, you don't have to do that much on stage because Janet told us that.
Yes, Janet was supposed to perform, and she didn't. What she did was she got on stage, mumbled 2 seconds, and ran off after a crowd of about 300 people had been waiting for her in the sun and the rain for 2.5 hours.
Sorry, I just wanted to bring up that story. It's a running gag on Pop Roast.
I didn't know.
Alex was so happy to see Janet in Harlem. I couldn't make it, but I was trying to warn him that I was like, Janet ain't performing. It's just an appearance. But he was just like on that flyer. It was the flyer that was very misleading.
It said, "Come dance with me." So you just came out with Made for Now, that single. So I figure you're going to perform the single. We're going to do a little jig and then you'll get on your, didn't give us nothing. Then had the nerve to have drones overhead and put your choreographer on stage and tried to get us New Yorkers to give you some free B-roll footage. I think the F not. All of us said, we ain't doing that. Bring on Janet. We was just waiting for her. Then she come out the subway. You ain't got subway time, heifer.
But anyway, back to the topic at hand. Alex, what do you think about Karamo and Jussie?
Oh, God. What do I think about them? I don't think about them. I've never thought about them. I thought about Jussie before he was dropped from Columbia Records when he was good on Empire. I haven't really thought about him since, except, of course, when I was making money off of his tragedy or off of his psychosis. I think it was psychosis because we know he was doing ecstasy. We know he was doing Molly. I think he got a hold of a bad pill and just had to run with the story. That's psychosis. That psychosis. I'm not saying it's true, but that's what the behavior was giving me, because you lost your home in Los Angeles over a lie and everyone knows you were lying. Now you're with Karamo for what? For what? And you were just engaged a few months ago. And I guess because that quote unquote marriage wasn't going to give you the boost that your career needed, now you're with Karamo. It gives me two rats on a sinking ship. Because after Queer Eye, what do we need Karamo for? What purpose will you serve?
I've been wondering that question for a minute.
Because you're not talented, you're not funny, you're not attractive, you're not interesting. So, I mean, at least Jussie can, act. I will say that you can give him a script. What?
You don't think Karamo's attractive?
Look at what he did to his face.
Okay, well,
he's two cheeks, he's 2 cc's away from Cookie Tookie. May she rest. It's sad. It's sad. But here's the thing: you fucked up your face. You can either look old or look weird. Now you look weird, and you're gonna look weird forever. I can't look at that. You don't look human.
Well, Jussie has been coasting off of being attractive, and that's I think how he got to be the face of Harlem Pride. Whoever booked him, the headline Harlem Pride, when you're known for faking a hate crime, I just thought that is wild to me. Like, the booker must have wanted to sleep with Jussie, because I don't understand how he booked that stage.
Well, the same way Amanda Seales books hers.
I can't stand you.
Damn, Amanda gonna block me next.
I hope she don't watch.
God. Oh, OMG. I mean, it's okay, Amanda. I've been blocked by better. Hey, Anita Baker. Wait. Dang, okay, yeah, you guys are making me think things now. I mean, look, there are still people in the comment section when I reported on Jussie's performance, still defending him. Like, leave him alone. He's having a great time. So there are some people still out there that are defending. Sorry,
it's hard. It's on my face. I'm sorry.
No, I love it. I'm here for it. All right, so you guys you believe that this is a stunt by these two, that this is a PR relationship?
Absolutely.
Nothing but.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Do you guys
I don't think they've seen each other naked.
Really?
That ain't Jussie's type. Jussie likes attractive men and can get them.
I'm not saying nothing on that.
These two, you don't. Let me show you the picture again, okay? These two, you see the moments of affection. You don't believe this? I mean, okay, Jussie is an actor. Okay, look at it. Look at the Karamo looking at the camera in the circle there. Look at him looking at the camera.
It's given kind of like a Michael B. Jordan and what's that other woman, Lori Harvey? Like it's just given like a publicity relationship.
Or Aaron Pierre and Tiana Taylor. He was like, look, let me get seen with a black woman publicly so I can go date my pink toes in peace.
Exactly, with Karamo. Because I was just like, Jussie ain't your type.
Wow. Okay. I know some people are gonna be like, Kempire, why are you pretending to be shocked by their comments? I'm not. I'm truly.
Karamo has been banking off of his proximity to whiteness for like the past decade, I want to say. So
he did talk a little bit about that during the Carlos King interview. in regards to people saying what you're both are saying here in regards to that?
And I was a fan of Karamo back in the Real World days. I love Real World.
Oh my God, that's going way back.
I love what he represented, because I was just like, I finally just saw like him struggling with his like sexuality, like I was back when I was like in my teenage years. And just along the way, I just feel like he just wanted to be famous, and he did what he had to do.
Do you believe, because you remember he had those accusations about his Queer Eye castmates and them talking about him and his mama overhearing it. What did you guys think about that?
That's his experience. I'm not gonna try to deny that, but I do know now he wants to use his blackness when it's convenient.
You're on.
Do you think it's performative, that even the media tour that he did after it?
Because now you want us behind you. Now you want us behind you. That's how I saw it.
The more you guys talk about Karamo and Jussie, the more I'm like, they are a perfect couple. Now I understand when he said on Carlos King that he's met his ideal, his match, his ultimate. Like, he is deeply in love after a few weeks of being together. Because unless there was a crossover between Jussie and his ex-fiance and Karamo, I just don't understand how you got in love in the last couple of weeks. But
well, hold on, Wes Wilson and Amanda did it, so they could do it too.
And they're the ideal match.
I feel like Karamo was on a show with Messy Sissies, and Messy Sissies Messy Sissy.
Oh, okay.
I'm not surprised. Like, that never seemed like a cohesive workplace, and you all seemed like a backbiting group of friends. So you acted, it was life imitating art or art imitating life. I can't pick which one.
Okay.
I mean, I would love to see them prosper. Hopefully, maybe they'll last. Maybe they'll last.
Okay. I don't think that they will. I don't think that they will last, just because it doesn't feel genuine. But if it does, good for them. Look at Taylor Swift and her lavender marriage. She even had the lavender sign to announce that they just got married to Travis Kelce. So,
oh wow.
Anything's possible.
And also the fact that Taylor Swift from Tennessee tried to have the colors of blush and bashful at her wedding, like she was Shelby from Steel Magnolias. You will never be Shelby. You will never be Julia Roberts. It looked like a T-Mobile sign. Honestly, your wedding should have been sponsored by T-Mobile, since it was at Madison Square Garden, and you have redefined tacky. Having your wedding at Madison Square pissy-smelling garden in one of the ugliest corners of New York. I mean, the scenery was as fake as your love.
Oh, damn. Ain't nobody can talk about my city like that, Alex. You about to get blocked.
I love New York. I am a former New Yorker. I'm always going to be a New Yorker.
I in this.
But
according to J-Lo, you were not a New Yorker. You weren't born here.
Right. I'm from New Orleans. I'm happy with that. Baby, look.
32nd to 35th Street along 7th and 8th Avenue. It's not pretty. It's not. That is not a pretty area of New York. Y'all could have. You have the money to get married anywhere. You have that big house in Rhode Island. Why didn't you get married there? Madison Square Garden. Public restrooms at your wedding. Think about the restroom experience at that wedding. No matter how nice it is inside, you go out, you got them just tacky as the day is long. But then again, she wears yellow on stage with that complexion. So there's no taste there. On stage.
It might as well have been Times Square.
Thank you.
I'm surprised it wasn't. Go ahead.
Oh, at the ball drop. That's when they should have done it. That would have been just as intimate and private.
According to reports, they're saying that we're going to get the filmed version at some particular point. She even had the CEO of AMC there. And he was spilling tea on that wedding. Stay tuned. Let me say thank you. Monique, thank you so much for becoming a member. Guys, you're just joining us. I'm here with our special guest, the host of Pop Roast. Pop Roast Live is coming to the Green Room 42 on August 1st. We've got, of course, Alexander Rogers and C. Diggy One. Be sure to follow their separate YouTube channels as well. Ms. Parker, thank you so much for the super chat. Ms. Parker says, doing my Birdman rub for the boys club. This is going to be good. Thank you, Ms. Parker. We appreciate you. Alaya, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you as well. Dr. Payne, thank you so much. I got a shimmy for the $20. You know, when they give a certain amount, you got to shimmy for it. Dr. Faye, thank you so much for super chats. Love, you guys. Good Monday. You too. Thank you so much. I can't believe it's Monday already. Miss Fancy Pants, thank you so much for the super chat. Miss Fancy Pants says, did you watch the video where Farrah was telling her sisters and there was a notification for Redfin notification for a home in Tennessee? I didn't even notice that, but you guys with the paying attention. I mean, she is a real estate agent though. For those that don't know that, she's a real estate agent, so it could be for another client.
I don't know who that is.
A Farrah from
daughter.
Kyle's daughter.
Oh, Farrah. Oh, I was like, from Destiny's Child? I'm sorry.
Shout out to you for even giving Farrah a thought in 2026 about Farrah from Destiny's Child.
All right.
Wow. Okay. I would have thought about Farrah Fawcett before I thought about that Farrah.
Like, that completely left my mind, that story. I'm sorry.
Miss Fancy Pants. Okay, we read this already, but thank you, Miss Fancy Pants. Dr. Miss Honey, let me shimmy for the $20. Thank you. Dr. Miss Honey says, I feel like it's a holiday when I see Kempire, Alex, and Chris on a live together. It is a holiday. It's extended, Juneteenth. Thank you, Dr. Miss Honey. Maya, thank you for the super chat. Maya says, Bose is another Angela. Stay out of the comments. We're going to talk about that in just a moment. Miss Parker, thank you for another super chat. Miss Parker says, Rula and Regular Robin should have a spinoff. My husband cheats. What else is going on? Well, thank you all. Thank you all for all of the super chats. Don't forget, along with Pop Roast having their live, Kempire After Dark returns to the Green Room 42 on September 25th. Go get your tickets today for that as well. Ticket information is available in the description. If you guys haven't already, be sure to follow our guest YouTube channel as well. We got Alexander Rogers' YouTube channel linked in the description, and C Diggy One, aka Chris, available in the description as well. Don't forget to like this video, because content creators that look like us and maybe sound like us will start to show up on your algorithm as well. So don't forget to like today's video. And if you're watching the replay, be sure to share your thoughts and opinions on what the guys had to say today. All right. Let's move on to Real Housewives of Atlanta, because I've held you hostage already for an hour. Real Housewives of Atlanta, where do we even begin?
I'm happy with the season, by the way.
Okay, let's go there. How are you feeling about the season?
I want to start with the positive first.
Yeah.
I think this is a step in the right direction. Last season was a little haphazard. It was still enjoyable, and it was better than seasons 13, 14, and 15. So I think, we're a step in the right direction. I just feel like there need to be just a little few more cuts, and we'll
like
be good. Cringe and corny. The two besties.
Oh, wait.
Shamea.
Not Shamea.
Yeah. Kelly and Shamea can go for me. Yeah. But so far, I'm enjoying the season.
Despite them.
Yeah.
Okay, Alexander, how are you feeling about this new season of Real Housewives of Atlanta?
I am enjoying it. And now that it has been revealed that Angela has nothing better to do than hire private investigators and ask Shamea's friends and neighbors if she has any dirt on her, now what K. Michelle said at the beginning of the season makes a lot more sense. I mean, the fact that I now have to look back at last season when Kenya Moore decided to show up with a sexually explicit photo of a coworker at someone's workplace and got herself fired, losing $2.5 million. I have to realize that in that season, at the end where that sissy came and said Angela's husband was cheating on her, Angela probably hired that man herself to give her a plot line and blame Phaedra, a known liar. But now that Angela's a known liar, I have to actually look at Phaedra and think she could be honest. And I never thought that would happen in a million years. But 2026 is full of surprises.
Wow.
Can we not just put that all on Angela, though? This hasn't been the first time a housewife has tried to like do some dirt digging around. And it isn't the first housewife who got caught too, because back in, I think it was season 3, where Nene called out Phaedra for talking to her family and stuff like that. Like, you're not smart, you know, like, so I don't agree with how Angela's going right now with the Shamea thing. I think she should leave her alone, but I don't think she should be like off the show. She's getting her licks from the fans and stuff like that. And I think we can still move on with her. She's still a good addition to the show.
Okay. That's been playing out. You know, there was no new episode for those that just joined. There was no new episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta this weekend, holiday weekend. I know a lot of you were disappointed with that. But the last that we saw, and Angela was really upset, especially on social media, that we had to wait 2 weeks before we see next week's episode, because it feels like she feels that she will be vindicated because she was having one rough week, Angela. It's okay. One rough week Angela was having this week in regards to the fans saying, Angela, this is a no-go. It seemed as if the neighbor, Ashley, was confirming that Angela was digging up information on Shamea, and that there was nothing that happened between Angela and between Shamea and her husband. What did you guys think of that situation that played out in last week's episode?
Ooh, what part was it? Because I haven't seen the episode in a minute.
It's been 2 weeks, Chris.
I know, right?
Like, well, first of all, remember they were in Scotland, and this all played out.
Oh yeah. When she got embarrassed and called.
Was it really that good of a season? If you can't remember,
it was just one episode. It's like 2 weeks. I've been watching Love Island, and it's been like 10 episodes in 2 weeks. I've been trying to keep up with. So yeah, I'm sorry.
I can't. No, it's okay.
But yeah. Right. That was the worst part, where Angela basically got clocked by the person she was calling, like trying to prove anything.
Yeah.
And at the dinner, yeah, it just wasn't a good look. And Shamea is Oscar worthy at playing the victim. And I think she's playing into giving Shamea more ammunition. That's all. So yeah.
Alex?
I feel like for the first, like, we're at episode 13, for the first like maybe 8 episodes, Shamea's scenes weren't with anybody else, and it seemed like she was on a different show. So I have to question Angela, why are you so obsessed with where Shamea slings her snatch? Because you've accused her of sleeping with pretty much everybody in Atlanta except your husband. How would she have time to parent and enjoy the millions of dollars that she has and you don't?
Shamea came for her marriage first, though.
Well, her husband doesn't like her. That's not a marriage. That's
but if you're going to use that against me, then I'm going to say something about your marriage. Now, the way she went about it, like, she kept, like, Shamea can't fuck everybody. Like, you have to keep it to one thing. Like, you can't be saying she's doing the Hawks, the Falcons, and now she's doing the neighbor too. Like, no. Like, I think she just went a little bit too hard on that.
Did you guys see the clip of the neighbor's, I guess, a YouTube reality show with his wife?
I haven't.
OMG. Well, I think you would feel a little bit differently. Well, I don't think it completely vindicates Angela. I think Angela, wrong road. However, if you saw that clip of this reality show, George is a character. At one particular point in this trailer for his reality show, when he met Ashley, his wife, he says, I was in hot pursuit of a prostitute. That's a quote. I didn't make that up. That's not alleged. He said it. Okay. So when I saw how he conducted himself on this reality show that he was doing, and yes, I do believe that they, you know, that's like everyone else in Atlanta wanting to be on a reality show or in a Tyler Perry film. I felt like, oh, I could probably see him speaking to Angela in a way that made her think like, wait, did they hook up? Because he just has a way with words, and not in a good way, that made me go like, well, maybe he said something that made Angela go like, wait a minute, did you do something with, you know, I had to give her a check, you know, but I didn't get no neck. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm not saying Angela's been vindicated, but now I was like, wait a minute, sir. I could see him saying something that made Angela go, wait, what does that mean?
Right.
But yeah, you have to see the clip. Just to get an idea. Head on over to No Chaser TV on Instagram. Alex, it seemed like you have a lot on your mind.
Yeah, I was waiting. He looked like he had a soliloquy ready.
Right, I was like, wait.
Oh, let me stand back.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel that Angela has now made Shamea relevant, and she's made herself untrustworthy, which is like shooting yourself in both feet. And with as big as her feet are, I guess that's something easy to do. But your husband doesn't like you. He hasn't bought you a Rolls Royce. He hasn't bought you any decent jewelry. He hasn't even gotten you new nostrils. You're still sitting there with 2 pie slices on your face, worried about a woman who's worth 3 times as much as you and your husband's retirement.
Now, wait a minute. Whose husband is showing up, though, on camera?
Well, now, here's the thing. He can show up because he's retired. Shamea's husband actually has a career at a nicer home than them, so he has a business to maintain and an image to uphold.
I don't know. The image that he's putting out is that he sees his wife as a vessel and doesn't really care about her. So it seems like Shamea's life is so great off camera. And I'm just like, why can't she translate this on camera?
Because he won't show up on camera.
Exactly. So it's just like me, the viewer, I'm only going by what's being shown. So
have you guys seen the back and forth between Angela and the neighbor?
I have not.
Okay. The back and forth.
The
back and forth on social media between Ashley and Angela has, for me, it really does expose Angela. It doesn't really vindicate Angela at all. However, people are now saying bring Ashley on the show. And I don't know if that happens later on in the season. Maybe it does. But I don't feel like the back and forth vindicated Angela at all. But I will say this. At one particular point, Ashley clears Angela by saying, do better, neighbor, when it comes to her yard and when it comes to the greenery out there. She's like, there's weeds growing up. They're taller than her. And I said, wait a minute, do me a favor, Ashley, go take some video of this and then post that online.
And you see, if you can't even afford lawn care, maybe you need to worry about your own home. But then again, you have 4 foreclosures, so I'm not surprised that your home is dilapidated, like your nostrils.
I will read Angela when it's when it's when it's up there. When look, I can't. I'm trying to just fight for Angela a little bit.
I mean, Angela has been a great addition to Real Housewives of Atlanta this week. But don't you guys find it funny? This was a great week for Shamea to be out here.
It was a great week.
But she wasn't. She's been quiet. Yes, she was at the BET Awards with Gerald, mind you. But this was a great week for her to be like, yeah, see, I told you guys. She hasn't said anything about what's been playing out on social media between Ashley and Angela. This would be the time for her to be like, see, I told you guys. She's been quiet because literally they just filmed the reunion. She was one of the only people, including Drew, not to say anything about the reunion. Over the weekend, Portia, I know I'm blocked, but I still got to see it. Portia was like, I said what I said, and I'd say it again at this. And then she puts hashtag, RHOA reunion season 17. So it sounds like the people that have chimed in after the reunion, seem to have a good reunion. We haven't heard a word from Shamea about the reunion, but we did hear from Shamea at Essence Fest. Let me play you guys the clip because Shamea is now claiming that it's colorism, why people feel the way that they feel about her.
This is a big one for me because the fans have definitely come to your defense online a lot this season. And there has been a debate that it could be colorism. I know you may or may not have seen those comments, but because you're in that seat, do you feel like it could be colorism or do you feel like that's a reach?
I just, like I said, I think if you treat people with kindness, it should be reciprocated. And oftentimes we don't see that. I mean, heck, I've been taking it on the chin from fans, since I joined the cast. So it's just nice to finally see that people are seeing things from my POV. Because, you know, there's always your truth, their truth, and then the real truth. I'm just happy that people are even opening up their eyes to actually see and try to understand it. Because, hell, I was like, y'all, I'm like, what is happening? Why is it happening? And why me? I'm not a victim, but it's like, well, okay, why not me? You know, I just hope that at some point we can get to a space where we're all one cohesive group and there's no division. That's my goal.
People in hell want ice water. You don't want division on Housewives. You're on the wrong show.
Yeah, I don't like it when people try to cry wolf when it comes to colorism, because I mean we've seen it on Potomac. I will admit that, because certain things that Candace or Wendy did, the other women would excuse, like what Ashley would do, what Karen would do. On here, on Atlanta, I don't see that, and I don't think it's fair to call people colorists when we're just calling out what Shamea is doing on the show. Number one, I think she's a disappointing housewife. She's a great housewife on paper. Last season, I was excited for her. First 3 episodes, I was like, okay. But number two, my problem with her is she fails to be an individual. Like, she always has to latch on to somebody, whether it's Portia, whether it's Kelly, whether it's Pinky or K. Michelle. Like, she just can't stand on her own 2 feet. And then number 3, she frequently like throws the rock and hides her hand. She does it a lot. And when she says, oh, what did I do? What did I do? I'm just like, really? Like, as soon as you went in to talk to Angela, you were ready for the smoke. Like, there's this woman with big feet. She said something to the host or whatever. Like, she came in ready. So, yeah. I'm going to let you talk a little bit, Alex, and I'll go back to my point.
No, go on.
Well, I just want to give a shout out to Third King on Twitter. He made like a lot of valid points. And one of his points was like, Shamea is not iced out on the show. Like, she has Pinky, she has Kay, and she has Kelly. And Shamea hasn't been the only one in this position where several people have been against her. Like, Portia has been in that boat, Drew, Kenya, Nene. So this isn't anything new on Housewives.
Yeah.
So it's just like, she's playing victim to me. I'm sorry. Like, I don't like it when people like Carlos King, like, I don't want to say I hate his interviews. I just dislike it because his absurd hyperbolic takes, most of the time he's just looking for a soundbite for his content.
Producer.
No
He's a producer.
Yeah, there's no shade, but I just don't agree with him when he put that in the atmosphere.
Carlos King is a producer, but he can't seem to produce a decent show on OWN.
I forgot. Wait a minute. I forgot the history between.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Alex. I'm sorry. I just remembered. I was like, I had that little aha moment. Oh, wait a minute.
Shamea, I realized, Chris, you reminded me, Shamea does throw a rock and hide her hand, much like Tisha Scott, the original Espo. And also like Tisha Scott, she lacks charisma. She lacks star quality. In the words of Nene Leakes, Shamea is starless. She just doesn't have the to get us, interested in her. I mean, even with this fight, it's still like, okay, we don't like seeing somebody, lied on, but it doesn't necessarily make you truly interesting. Hopefully, you can ride this wave and figure it out. You've been trying to be a star all your life, and it's always been almost doesn't count. I mean, Angela, the fact that you are the fan favorite and you're worrying with her, it's making you look insecure.
Okay. All right. Here's my thing in regards to the colorism conversation. Like Chris said, I feel like we definitely saw it on Real Housewives of Potomac. When it was brought up during the Carlos King interview, I said, and then her confirming it, I'm not going to take away from Shamea's experience when it comes to colorism, because one thing I do know about the Bravo universe, and we've talked about this before here on the channel, is that there is a lot, there's not a lot of us in the Bravo universe. You see it when you go to BravoCon and things like that. So there are conversations that happen in the Bravo universe that borderline racist, and not even borderline racist. So I think what Shamea's experience, although we as a collective, some of us, there are some people that do enjoy Shamea on the show, but some of us do see some of the things that she that she does as lapdog behavior, cringy, not funny, reaching, whatever you want to call it. But I could also see it outside of the Bravo universe, meaning like, you know, outside the Black side of the Bravo universe, where there are comments that aren't necessarily, maybe that's what she's defining it as colorism, that are just outright racist. And it could be just because of the way that she looks. So I'm not going to say that she isn't experiencing that on some level, but I do think that there is a very dangerous narrative to put that out there when I don't believe that's why people are not feeling Shamea for the most part. However, that's her experience, but I don't think that's the major reason why she's feeling like, I think at this particular point, she's grabbing at whatever will stick in regards to why people haven't gravitated towards her. Because I think she believes that everyone should like her because she has the money, she is married, she has the family, she is a dynamic person, she is a beautiful woman. So she believes that the world should love her. She should be like the next Nene or Kenya on this show. But it's not translating that way on camera. And I've said this before, when it comes to Shamea, I feel like that's just been the story of her life. And I don't mean this in a shady way. This is just what we've seen with Shamea over the years. She's tried so many things. She's tried to be famous since she was a young girl. And it definitely didn't translate. I think it's because she doesn't have that same it factor. And I've been critical about Portia. I'm not a Portia stan. I'm blocked by Portia. I'm going to put it on a shirt. Portia has something that makes people want to watch. But there are things about Portia that Shamea has that makes Shamea a great person, but it doesn't necessarily make her a great reality TV star. It doesn't make her a star. But that's my thoughts.
Yeah, I agree with that take.
I do too. She's not a star. At best, she's an asteroid, not even a comet.
Guys, you're just joining us. I'm here with the host of Pop Roast, Alexander Rogers and CD1. Before we continue our conversation, because I have to ask you guys about K. Michelle, and I have to ask you about some of the other things that have played out during the season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. But what's coming up for you guys right now, besides, of course, the August 1st show, which is less than a month away at the Green Room 42? What have you guys been up to, like on Pop Roast, and what's coming up individually as well?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I guess I'll speak first. So on my YouTube channel, usually I just do like Bravo content. I did get into the whole Love Island of it all as a 40, almost 41-year-old millennial watching. It's just been such like just a fascinating like look at just straight people are just fascinating. And just,
Are
like, it's straight. Well, if you put them in a dome and all together, it's just if you're watching Love Island, you understand what I'm talking about. But I've been recapping that thanks to Tammy Talk. Shout out to her. What else? Next Gen NYC. I'm not sure if I'm into that yet.
I'm hearing mixed things about this new season.
Yeah, I didn't really like the first episode. I'm gonna have to watch the second one. But yeah, looking forward to Housewives on my channel, and then I do Pop Roast with Alex on his channel.
And I would say with Pop Roast, we just keep the hot topics coming. I am like dabbling in Love Island because I want to see Zach and Bryce get together after the show. Trinity, you bet on the wrong horse, honey. That is Zach's man all day and all night. However, I have also started on my Netflix true crime binge because they're actually interesting. I did Maternal Instincts, and now I'm 2 episodes into the series Worst Neighbor Ever, and it's really fascinating. I mean, the hairstyles alone.
Have you guys seen Worst Ex Ever on Netflix?
I'll be getting to it.
Get into that, Alex, because the new season, second season just came out. I couldn't watch it because if you have any hopes of having a relationship or trust issues, that's not the show to watch, because that will make you stay single for the rest of your life. Just saying. That's what I was like, I don't know if I can get into season 2 because season 1 messed me up bad. I was like, oh my God, I could end up going out on a date and that person could be like a killer, set me up and put me in prison for years. That actually happened to a lady here in New York. Yes, crazy. It will keep you single. All right. What can people expect from Pop Roast Alive, though? Because it's one thing when you have the YouTube guidelines. What can you expect on August 1st at the Green Room 42?
I feel like they're going to get the full Alexander Rogers experience. I am just very excited to just be on a stage for the first time. I'm trying not to be too nervous, but yeah, I'm really excited. We have 30 tickets left before we're sold out. And look, in the beginning, when I went to your show, like you did so well, I was inspired. And I was telling Alex, like, I think I'm ready to do this after seeing Kempire on stage kill it. So yeah, like I'm the good cop, he's the bad cop.
I couldn't tell just from this live.
He reads, I do shade more. Like I shade a little bit better. He reads better than me.
Okay.
I am going to be able to give you my honest opinion on 50 Cent. We're going to start there. I'm going to be able to truly address that cretin for what it is.
Wait, hold on. 50 Cent or Cent?
Cent, not Cynthia, 50 Cent. The one that needed the 10th bullet.
Jesus Christ.
I'm waiting for the 10th bullet. It's sad 9 couldn't get it done. We need the 10th. He's whining about taxes in New York City. You don't want to pay your fair share, yet you still want to live there and soak up resources. I'm tired of you, and it's time that I say my frank opinion. But I think Chris is downplaying how absolutely hilarious he is. He is going to be giving you the hits. He's going to be giving you the impressions. Dr. Greg, Lisa Vanderpump's husband. He just gave us a beautiful esophagus. Like, come on. I know I'm in stitches.
Well, I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it, guys. Ticket information is available in the description. We got some bills to pay. We have some more advertisers here, so stay tuned for more, y'all. Have you noticed that your sheets are slipping off the corners lately? Or maybe your pillows don't feel as supportive? So many people think it's their mattress or they think it's their pillows when it actually has more to do with your sheets. I'm so excited about our friends Boll and Branch being here on the channel again because I've been able to experience their sheets personally over the last several weeks. And I took advantage of their Memorial Day sale. More on that later. But I'm excited for them to be back here on the channel because so many people complain about their sleep patterns and how their sleep is being affected, and they don't realize it probably isn't your mattress. It probably isn't your pillows. It's probably what you're putting on your mattress and your pillows. So that's why I upgraded to our friends over at Boll and Branch. They make everything your bed needs. Their signature organic cotton sheets, pillows, blankets, and comforters are all designed to be breathable, incredibly soft, and get better over time. More importantly, how do your sheets feel after you wash them several times? So most people start with their signature sheets, and a lot of customers buy 2 sets so that they can rotate them. I know that's what I did recently. I've also added their waffle sheet, which I've already washed twice, and still it remains super, super soft and luxurious. So as I mentioned before, I took advantage of their Memorial Day sale. Thank you to all of you that reminded me to make that order that day. Literally got it, not the following day. I ordered it on that Memorial Day. I got it that Wednesday. Can you imagine? What I also loved with their customer service, their local Boll and Branch store reached out to me to help if I wanted to upgrade my bedroom. So the customer service already was top tier. But more importantly, what I also love is that after I washed it several times, it still remains super soft, still super quality. But of course, I don't bring anyone here where I can't get you some sort of discount. Sleep cooler this summer with Boll and Branch during their annual summer event. For a limited time, get 20% off site-wide at bollandbranch.com/Kempire with code Kempire. That's Boll and Branch, BOLLAND, branch.com/Kempire. Code Kempire to take 20% off. bollandbranch.com/Kempire. Exclusions apply. More information on Boll and Branch will be available in the description. Thanks, Boll and Branch. I know y'all see it. Y'all see it. You guys have been complimenting me on my beard for the longest. And it's brought to you by our friends over at Baskin Lather. I've been talking about it even when they weren't a sponsor of our live. Baskin Lather has done a number on my beard. I told you I was going to keep using their beard products and see if I see a difference. But what I've also loved is hearing all of you talk about using the products since we brought them here on the channel. But also, some of you have been using Baskin Lather way before we started using it over here, and you talked about how it's helped you over the years. But the proof is in the pudding. I see it. I've gotten compliments, not just from you, but people in the real world that are seeing my beard. The beard is looking luscious. But I'm going to be honest with you. I wasn't keeping up with the full beard system that they have, because not only do they have the beard shampoo, the beard conditioner, they have the beard oil, they have the beard magic. I don't know what's in it. I mean, I could just look. But they also had the beard balm. I'm going to be honest with you. For the first few weeks, I was keeping up with the entire system. But the one thing that I have been keeping up with is the beard shampoo and conditioner. And even just those two things have made a huge difference. So I'm going to promise you that I'm going to try my best and start using the beard oil and the beard magic and the beard balm, okay? Just because I feel like that's going to make an even bigger difference if those two other products from Baskin Lather made the difference. But it's not just about me. They have products, more products for all of you with hair on your head, okay? Fine. We'll talk about the people with you with hair on your head, okay? Baskin Lather, they have so many different products for your hair as well. A nourishing hair balm for curly or kinky hair that helps reduce hair breakage and add shine. When used regularly, and the beard's proof, users have seen results in about 3 months, made with ingredients that penetrate hair strands without clogging pores. Non-greasy formulation with no petroleum or lanolin. More importantly, I love the fact that this is a Black-owned business. I've told you before, I'm going to tell you again. This business was started when a dermatologist misdiagnosed CEO Shamea's younger sister and said her hair may never grow back. The family took things in their own hands and launched this business. And they've not just helped their own family, but they've helped so many more people, including you that are watching. As always, I've gotten you a discount. Explore viral bestsellers and products of healthier hair of all types from Baskin Lather. Go to baskinlatherco.com and use code KEMPIRE for 20% off. That's 20% off at baskinlatherco.com with code KEMPIRE. More information on Baskin Lather will be available in the description. Thanks, Baskin Lather. And we're back. All right. Shout out to Pop Rose. Shout out to our special guests from Pop Rose, Alexander Rogers and C. Diggy One. Again, all the information will be available in the description. There was no new episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta, so I had to bring some guests on for us to just pick their brains. It's been a while since they were here. I think it was earlier this year that you guys were here.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about K. Michelle. K. Michelle is the newest addition, but she's not new to reality television. Chris? No, I'm going to come back to you, Chris. I'm going to start with Alex. Alex, how did you feel about K. Michelle? We're more than halfway through the season. How are you feeling about K. Michelle's return to reality television?
The fact that she's bragging on that dentist that she married when he has that face. Jesus Christ. I mean, I don't know whose husband is uglier, hers or Shamea's. However, K. Michelle has been a disappointment. First, you've been talking about this country album for over a decade. Beyonce got insulted at the CMAs when she was performing with the Dixie Chicks, came out with Cowboy Carter, did the tour, and came home. And you still ain't come out with your country album yet. So I needed to be out at the end of this season, and you better be performing at the end of the reunion like Portia. Eye is on the sparrow. Our eye is on your ass. As far as her performance as a housewife, it has been abominable and abysmal. This is the woman that gave us Rashida's Got Bags. Her husband's a girl. Her career is over all over the world, and she said it to music. You are talented sometimes. You couldn't have reeds and roast ready for them with a good melody? Really? Really, I'm sorry, you're acting like a white woman, and that's not why we tune in for you. I wanted to see you go in on these heifers. Now, I know you have to protect your brand deal because you are the first Black woman to have a Jack Daniel's sponsorship and a Jack Daniel's drink. I'm proud of you. But if you're going to come on and take up a space on reality television on a show like Atlanta, you need to be giving us reeds and shades. That tired little yolehihu girl, you have sat back and coasted on I don't know what. I'm disappointed in you.
And this is said with love, believe it or not.
Oh, that was love. Oh,
that was said with love. Like, I think I was so excited, and I think she did good the first few episodes, and like that Dallas trip, like that's when like the tides turn, and I was just like, what is going on? Like, and she don't want to like disclose how she's feeling or like letting people get in her ear and influence her. I think she's just too worried about coming off how people thought she would, and I just want her to be herself. Just be yourself. And I know she has probably a 2-year contract, maybe a 2-season contract. So I'm hoping that she course corrects in the next season. I'm not going to say I want her off the show yet.
Yeah.
Because I do think that she's an asset. I just think she needs to realize who she is. And also leave Drew alone. I don't understand that. Like, you brought all of this mess to the show yourself. She cocked her own tea. No one brought up K. Michelle's tea. No one brought up the oyster cat. No one brought up her with Drew's boo.
Black.
Yeah, I forgot all about him. But yeah, like, I don't know. And then I'm talking about other people's careers. I'm just like, y'all are on the same platform now. It is what it is. Whatever Drew did, she's on the same platform as you.
So you don't think that there was some sort of plot and scheme?
I want to wait till the reunion because maybe that's why she's so close to Andy, because that was a gag too. Because I thought it was going to be Shamea, but Shamea is not even second. She's third. So I know she's on her way out. So Kay, I really hope she brings it. And also, people aren't talking about like Shamea and Kay and what they had going on, because I'm wondering, why would you tell somebody that? Like, why would you say, oh, well, I like you, but my friends ain't fucking with you like that. And I'm just letting you know that it's been hard on me. Like, why would you tell somebody that?
Are we surprised? Because just based on what we've seen of Shamea, I could definitely see Shamea saying that.
Right.
And especially because of the friends that she's close with have had issues with K. Michelle over the years. So I'm not surprised that Shamea's like, oh, girl, you know, me being friends with you is not easy because these other girls, you know, that I've been friends with and I'm tight with that are my real friends are like, I don't mess with her.
Right. Well, let's go back to why they don't mess with her, because Rashida said that K. Michelle was not abused by Memphis, but then years later he's knocking Toya between the washer and the dryer. So they're just upset that she was right, and I'm with K. Michelle. It's up and it's stuck with them forever.
Okay. Joy just says, I need context. Why don't they F with her? That's a long there's like years of like back and forth and beef among a bunch of people. And plus you have had to watch Love and Hip Hop. But again, a lot of that stuff is from Love and Hip Hop. So the fact that we're talking about it on Real Housewives of Atlanta, did you guys see over the weekend, Quad and Yandy were being interviewed and they were talking about whether Yandy would be a good addition to Atlanta? The comment section were like, hell to the no. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you want to see Yandy Smith and her on again, off again, the not married self on Real Housewives of Atlanta?
Absolutely not. Like, K. Michelle is the exception. This doesn't need to be a pipeline, because we already heard like Jocelyn trying to look like to be on Miami.
They should bring her right back right now as they're not filming. Bring her back right now. Miami.
Yeah. It's a no for me, dog, on Yandy. Nah, it's so cool.
Jocelyn doesn't speak good enough English to be on Bravo. Let's start there. Then Quad wanted to say, I hope the next man I'm with has his own and isn't looking for me to get famous. Girl, you dragged that man on the show for a plot line. You were pretending to get pregnant. You was going to Ghana to have fun. I do not believe in any shape, form, or fashion you wanted that baby. I recognize a crocodile tear from a mile away. I hope he has his own. Well, let's see. Also, did Greg ever have that baby with that woman?
No.
I don't think so. Okay, well, he's got to be 53 now, so he needs to give up the ghost. And so does she. Neither one of you wanted children. You just like the way it sounded in your mouth. But Yandy, fish-eyed Yandy, girl, please. We didn't want to see you on Love and Hip Hop, so why would we want to see you fall down the stairs of life on Housewives of Atlanta? You're not that interesting, and you can't read. You could not keep up with these girls. You couldn't keep up with Mendice's mother. Mendice's mother read you under the table.
I just feel like Yandy needs more than connections to the ladies to be on Housewives. Like it needs a little bit more than that.
Definitely. Yeah, when I saw that, because here's the difference between K. Michelle and a Yandy. I can't recall a Yandy quote. There are plenty of quotes from K. Michelle, which is why I was excited for K. Michelle to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and disappointed the way that it's turned out. She still makes me giggle in her confessionals and things like that, but she doesn't show up in the moment in those scenes. She's sort of just there, and for her to be such a big personality when it comes to reality television, for her to just be there, I think that she was intimidated by these other women. I think she thought that she was going to come in and be the queen, but then she sort of came in and she was like, "Ooh, I'm not the queen."
Yeah.
Yandy does have a quotable. I'll never forget when she told us about how Mona Scott Young tricked her out of her producer credit. I'll never forget that. She lost hundreds of thousands, probably millions of dollars because of that, because Mona went on and pimped you out as talent. I'll never forget that. So she does have a quotable.
Yeah.
A failure.
But also, I think Kay's insecurity definitely came out, especially when she said that she was surprised how people came up to Phaedra at the airport, not her. And like, oh, she's white lady famous. Like, yeah, like these women are probably more. I think Portia is more famous than K. Michelle.
Oh yeah,
yes,
and Phaedra.
Yeah,
but even though Phaedra's doing nothing on the show, she's just taking up oxygen for no reason.
Yeah, she's giving sound bites basically, and she's giving good confessionals.
Yeah,
like Shamea and Kelly are trying their best to do what Phaedra does effortlessly.
Yeah. But that's the thing, though, and I'm not mad at it, because at the end of the day, if they're going to pay her to give friend of energy, good for you, Phaedra. But she's definitely giving friend of. She's not giving full-time housewife this season, or last season, or on Married to Medicine.
And that explains why Cynthia is so far up on the couch too. Like she is really.
Let me show y'all. Come on, I literally had to move Phaedra out of the damn frame. You know what I mean? Because normally a friend of will come out and they will sit on the end. They put some respect on 50 Cent. How are you guys feeling about 50 Cent? I feel there are mixed reviews. For the most part, people love her, but then there are some who are saying that, oh, she's too much Team Portia.
I love Cynthia. Again, I agree with what was said on Bravo. She has redefined the friendship role. I think she is almost like edging up to Marlo as the best friend of.
I think they're two different.
It's two different ones.
Yeah.
But we've seen like more of Cynthia's life than Phaedra. And she's brought her man around the
and he live in another country.
Yeah. And we can barely get Kelly, whoever this Jarvis is. I don't know, Alex, who's Jarvis?
Jarvis? I don't know who Jarvis is. I didn't say I was staying at the Hilton. Who said I was staying at the Hilton? Oh, Carrie Hilson. Who is that? I would say Cynthia is, there needs to be a new name for her role. I feel that she is the matriarch of the show. She's the one that is now like, okay, look, I've been here longer. Like, let's get it together. Let's keep the show going. Like Nene kind of was for a moment, where she would like, okay, all right, we've argued enough. Now we got to bring it on together so we can do a next scene, so we can have the next argument, so that we can keep the show fresh and interesting. Cynthia is like a steward of the show.
It is interesting though, because Phaedra and Cynthia have been on the exact same amount of time.
Yeah.
But yeah. Cynthia's
the only one bringing it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. A couple of things. Speaking of people that are new on the show, Kelly's new. These confessional looks that Kelly has been sporting this season, from the t-shirt to the latex that was not rubbed down properly. Chris, what did you think of her fashion choices this season? I mean, I just gave you two examples. I mean, there are so many other ones that we could have pulled up from this season.
They were definitely choices. It really shows that her stylist does not F with her anymore.
Paris.
Yeah. It doesn't. I don't know who's been dressing, but the t-shirt really was just like the last straw for me.
Oh, not the latex. Oh, wow.
The t-shirt was just
you already done
was like a plain basic t-shirt out the pack from Target. And she said it was like I I forgot what brand she said it
Tom
was.
Ford.
Oh, right. I don't know. I gave up on Kelly a while ago. I wanted to see it for her, but from the failed business to her not paying her employees, like the court documents are there. Yeah, I just don't see it for Kelly anymore.
What about Pinky?
I actually
talked about Pinky.
Exactly.
I didn't care for Pinky at first. I didn't care for Pinky at first, but she works. Like it works on the cast, and I kind of see her on there, and I want to see more of her.
Alex,
but she stands on business. She don't need anybody else in her corner. Shamea, I'm gonna keep reminding y'all.
Kelly was not wearing latex that is a PVC blend. It's a lot cheaper than latex. Latex is actually expensive. That's a PVC blend. You see the way it just carries the oil? That's trash bag material. That's cheap plastic material that you make children's toys out of. And she is child size. I mean, I see why you gave up on her, Chris, because height also did. But Pinky may be the failed business lesbian energy that we need, that the show needs. We do need a masculine energy since none of these women can keep a man. So I think it works. I mean, we need a Patricia, and that's the energy she gives. Wow. It's very Penelope Thomas Bailey to me.
Pinky also has the ability to move on, and she can poke fun at herself. And she might be the new Sheree. She might be the new Sheree.
Kelly?
No, Pinky.
Oh, Pinky, sorry. I was still stuck on Pinky.
No. Like I think Pinky has the ability to be the new Sheree of the show.
Oh, really?
Does the show need a new Sheree?
I mean, we did like watching people fall down the stairs of life.
I mean, and she started, hard with this bankruptcy with on the first season.
And her house was snatched, right? And she got it right back.
No, she got her business right back. That was a rental property.
Didn't they come for her house? Didn't they? It was robbed, right?
They came for her house, one of her rental properties. But now, according to the update in regards to the bankruptcy, she might be giving up the house she's living in as a part of her bankruptcy. Yeah.
Well, she doesn't know shame that well, and I think that works well for housewives.
That definitely works well for housewives. I want to see a full circle moment. I think Pinky has been a really good addition because we do have quite a few people on Real Housewives of Atlanta with no sort of real storyline. Yes, everyone has their own sort of storyline, but there's a lot of fakery happening, and I do believe everything that's coming out of Pinky's mouth when it comes to her life, even though it may not be the best. I like the fact that she's sharing that, and I would love to see, because we have to also keep in mind, yes, we're seeing her at a low point, but there was a point where she was doing very well for herself as an entrepreneur. So I'm excited to see if we can get back to that. And she recently did a podcast where she revealed that her whole point on coming on Real Housewives of Atlanta was to help her business. And I think I kind of already knew that was her whole motivation, if you know her story. But some people, they found that to be, breaking news.
Speaking of breaking news, I heard through the grapevine on social media that someone is pregnant on the right side of the cast. On the right side of Andy.
Claudia Jordan was on Carlos King's podcast, and she said that she heard that someone was pregnant, and she was basing it off of they were talking about the seating chart, and she said it was on the right side of the couch. A lot of people were slamming Claudia for that, especially as a woman revealing something that has not been revealed by said pregnant lady.
Yeah, I didn't think that was smart. Just to say that you have some tea at somebody else's expense, especially a pregnancy, where that can be very serious.
Especially when all of them, okay, on the right side of the couch, K. Michelle has talked about trying to get pregnant, and it hasn't always worked out for her. Shamea, we've seen that journey in regards to it. I just feel, and just in general, especially when we talk about Black women's maternity, I don't understand why she would even bring that up unless that person has spoken about it. I don't get it. I get it. People speculate and talk about gossip all the time. We do it as well. But that's just one of those things, just like, well, if that person hasn't come out with it yet, why do you think it's okay for you to do it? Especially because we don't know if they're going to, you know, carry full term. Like, things happen.
Right. So, yeah.
Claudia. But Claudia, very much like some of these other former reality TV stars, are, you know, they're shucking and jiving in order to remain relevant. She's probably just happy that people are talking about her. Sad. That's why she's on Love and Hip Hop in Miami now.
I did not know that.
She's doing anything for a coin. Just
Well,
like Alex, I know you're itching over there.
I definitely wouldn't have said anything about someone else's pregnancy when I'm yearning for my own.
Oh, well, damn. All right. Guys, I first of all, if you're just joining us, I'm here with the hosts of Pop Rose, Alexander Rogers and CW1. They have their own live show happening at the Green Room 42 on August 1st. Go get your tickets today. Only 30 tickets left, but there are live stream tickets available. So no matter where you are in the world, you'll be able to watch the show and keep the show for 1 week after the show. Speaking of live shows, Kempire After Dark returns to the Green Room 42 at the end of the summer after Labor Day to end out this year for our last show of 2026. Go get your tickets today for that as well. Let me say thank you. We had quite a few super chats as well. Classy says, love, love, love you guys. Thank you, Classy. We appreciate the love. Super 3701 says, George and Ashley are on episode 3? Are on episode 3? Yeah, because I mean, it's very much like Atlanta. These people are all, you know, in these spaces. They also attended one, I think it was Candy's premiere party or something like that. So, oh no, they attended the Atlanta's premiere party last year. Ashley and her husband George. For those that are don't know who we're talking about, the ones that Angela was saying that Shamea may have slept with, her neighbors. Girl, what's the tea? Thank you for being a member for 15 months. Just Shamea never said colorism. It was the other chick.
She didn't say it was.
She asked her a question, but we have to keep in mind this wasn't the first time that Shamea talked about colorism. She brought it up during the Carlos King. Well, she didn't bring it up. Carlos brought it up, and she agreed. Like, she does believe that there's colorism that she's experiencing during this reality TV experience.
But Shamea is such a lapdog. She'll agree to anything.
Oh God. Born to be wild. Thank you for the super chat. Says, no, Charles is the first one to come for his marriage. Let's look at last season. She cannot accuse someone of sleeping with everyone. At the end of the day, Portia and Phaedra are the puppet masters. You agree with that, Alex?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Patricia, thank you so much for all of the super chats and the super stickers. We appreciate your support. And you sent quite a few. Thank you, Patricia. We appreciate you. Guys, you can also support just by liking today's video as well. D, thank you for the super chat. D says, can we give Phaedra credit? Her OG energy is needed. She helps the newbies move storyline, and she's the K. Michelle whisperer.
It's funny because K. Michelle didn't trust her at first.
K. Michelle was plotting and planning on these women.
Yeah,
she was doing her research on these women, and no one's against that because this is what happens. But she was accusing them of doing that against her.
Yeah, now she's buddy with Phaedra now, so
they're besties.
Yeah.
Angel, thank you for the super chat. Angel says Cynthia is the moderator, not moderator. Okay, moderator.
And Cynthia's just so lovely in person. Every time I see her, it's almost like, I was like, do you know me? It's just almost like waving to a cousin or something like that.
She really is. She really is sweet. That's
So
why it's so crazy to me that people want to make her out to be a lot meaner and nastier than she really is. Some of these other housewives in real life are not that nice. Juanita, thank you so much for the super chat. Juanita says, got my boys on here. Hey. Is that your mother? Poppy, thank you for being a member for 36 months of the channel. This live has gotten me through this Monday, truly. Thank you so much, Poppy. We appreciate you being here. All right, guys, let's round out this conversation. I appreciate you taking the time out to be here to talk about all the hot topics, which you will be talking about during your live show on August 1st as well. Guys, get your tickets today. Who haven't we talked about on this? Oh, Drew. Oh goodness. Oh, Drew.
Oh no.
Thoughts on Drew and her season? And damn, I'm looking at Alex's face. Alex, tell us how much you love Drew.
Oh boy.
Okay, let's talk about this 1960s confessional look she has. I mean, you're too old to try to do a baby doll look. You look like you were genuinely from the 60s. You got your body done, finally, but you got to let the work settle before you show it off because you were still swollen, so you look swollen like Karamo's face, but in your ass. And that didn't look healthy. And then also you had the big ass syndrome where the thighs don't match. So it looks like you have an aunt's tuchus, which is called a castern, I believe. It gives a very thorax T to the midsection, a thorax. But then I saw that movie you were in, Run, and you should have ran from that script. But
you watched it. Oh, wow.
I watched it, and to see Claudia Jordan and Erica Mena, of all people, outact her, it was unimpressive. I saw why K. Michelle felt the need to read you because, Jesus, I had seen better scene study when I was at performing arts at 13.
Well, I'm going to give Drew her flowers. I think she has navigated this season well, considering that she was in the thick of it with that thick neck husband of hers that was in the basement. So, and I think she really managed K. Michelle well. Like, she had K. Michelle kind of like, oh, and she handled K. Michelle and Shamea at the exact same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she will, at least Drew will walk through the fire and not complain about it or be a victim like some other people. Like, I did not like Drew at first, but she has really warmed up on me. I like Drew, met Drew. She was really nice, and she is beautiful in person.
Yeah.
Face card, don't decline on that. She just don't mess with your face, Drew. Don't mess with your face. Do what you want with your body. I don't care. Just don't do what K. Michelle did. But yeah, I actually like Drew this season. I think she's like definitely owned her position as a housewife.
I want to give her credit for her best moment. It was when she had the sissies in her employ on, and the one told the one that does her hair be looking fucked up all the time, and you know it. We all know it. And the way she had to turn her head because it was true. I'm like, thank God, fire him and get somebody to properly apply those wigs if Portia's going to give them to you for free.
Let's not forget the misproportion line too, because that
right,
was,
she had that, and that was in the moment. That was in the moment. That wasn't a confessional. I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute!" She had that ready.
That sissy gave her that read.
Oh, whatever. How long has Drew been on? Like since season 13, 12? I think
it took her 4 years to come up with a quotable. That probably means it's not hers.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
Drew has, once she's taken enough licks to where like she's now savvy and knows how to read.
Mm-hmm.
I think
she's definitely evolved as a housewife from her first season to now.
Yeah,
and it's back to she's able to hold her own. She meets up with K. Michelle and Shamea on her own without any backup, and was able to have them both run away. Like, why is K. Michelle leaving that scene?
Yeah, and
like that's lightweight.
And we still have them going at it, I think, in the season finale.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I heard Drew fell. I was like, damn.
Again, she breaks an ankle every season. An ankle, a knee, a hip.
It's one of the videos came out, but I think she's ready because I hope it's not too bad. But she did say it went down literally. And I was kind of stuck to that. So I think something embarrassing happens.
Oh gosh.
More embarrassing than those wigs? I mean, they're damn near like Giselle's wigs.
Portia hooked her up with Go Naked. Okay.
I can't do you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. And you can lead a wig to her scalp, but you can't put it on correctly. At least her sissies can't.
Look, I did love that scene.
It's always lifting.
Was one of my favorite scenes from Drew this season. Her meeting with her
really? Team. I hated that scene.
Why?
It seemed like just so like Scripted.
Oh, which was like the best scripted. If we get a lot of scripted on this show. This was the best of the scripted.
And scene for the actress.
Just saying. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that. Okay, fine. Speaking of scripted, we have not talked about Portia and her love life on this show. Portia has a man and a woman. We're seeing more of the man, though, than Sway, but she's now with Sway. What are you guys thinking about Portia's time on the show since her return?
I feel like the realest I've seen Portia is on the show Portia Family Nut, whatever the spinoff was. I feel like that
Portia's Family of Lies. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was the realest I've ever seen Portia. Portia kind of my problem with her is like she's entertaining, but she's still giving like a face, because whenever something real happens, she breaks the fourth wall. Like especially when it comes to her and Dennis, or I think last season when she wanted to be real with Drew, and like, can we break the fourth wall and say something? So I think we're going to see real Portia when her and Shamea finally go at it
in Scotland.
Yeah, but I fast forward all the scenes with her rent a man and her dipping the toe in the lady pond. I just hate. If I was a lesbian, I would hate Real Housewives of Atlanta.
I agree.
Because just the lesbian, like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Convenience.
Yeah.
Last week, on the last episode that Chris can't remember they said I talked about all their lesbianic behavior.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that? You remember that part, Chris?
I was tired of that too. Of the lesbian relationships. Like, yeah.
Pinky said she had a full-on 3-year lesbian relationship. She, for me, was the only one that probably actually was authentic in regards
to is surprised by
being a lesbian. Oh, you weren't surprised?
Not at all. That's why I was like, I kind of almost believe Angela about the woman in the basement.
Oh. Apparently the other ladies did too, because they were like, wait a second, you had a full-on lesbian relationship for 3 years? Phaedra was like, I was surprised when she ended up marrying a man. She said she liked something long and strong.
Mm-hmm.
Alex.
I mean, you can strap on anything these days.
You know what? Well, here's the thing. There was some. Never mind. I'm not gonna, that is an after dark conversation. Wait, wait a minute, Alex. What are your thoughts on Portia and her relationships this season?
Well, when you've gone through all of the eligible men in Atlanta, you've got to start dating women. I mean, she's 40 and she has been, thotting and bopping through Atlanta since, her early 20s when she was in R. Kelly videos, and then marrying Cordelia Stewart while he's sending videos of his anus to God knows who and pretending to be his baby doll. So
it wasn't his anus. He just tooted his ass a little for the camera.
I just want to say
a little.
Wait, hold on, pause. Everything that Alex says is alleged. Okay.
We saw that video. That's why I said we didn't know who, but we saw him on that video tooting and booting.
Yes, we call him Booty.
I never saw it.
Oh, well, we saw it. Booty toots too. He was tooting. I mean, and I'll never forget. I showed the video to Bondi. We were doing a live together. Shout out to Bondi Blue. And she said, I've never seen a man send an ass from that angle. Not that angle.
Never mind. I'll save that for the live show. She's never seen angles? Oh my gosh.
Okay. So Alex, all right.
That can be arched up. Never mind. Anyway. Anyway.
Save it for the live show.
We're
on the YouTube streets right now. Whoa, MG. Guys, get your tickets for Pop Roast Live coming to the Groove 42 on August 1st. Ticket information will be available in the description. Guys, before I let you go, because we were talking about lesbian and homophobic behavior, I wanted to mention Angela, because Angela has been dispelling the fact that she doesn't want, the fact that her daughter has not shared that she's married to a woman to her kids. I rewatched, not the last episode, I think it was maybe the episode before that, where Angela meets up with her brother in the park, and brother was like, you gotta give your children all the information. You gotta, empower them with the information. Angela literally says in that moment, I don't think they're ready for that. I think Angela is trying to spin the narrative because people have been saying that she's homophobic with why the kids don't know. And I said, wait, so why does she say that to her brother? If her brother's telling her, you should tell the kids. And he's like, I'm not sure if they're ready for that. I noticed that when I watched it, and I said, wait a minute, because and I'm not saying that Angela's homophobic, but I do believe some of what is playing out is phobic behavior.
And the oldest son, I think, is 11 years old. And I'm like, by middle school, you know what gay is.
In 2026, you're seeing same-sex parents at the school picking up their kids. They probably have friends that have same-sex parents.
And to Angela's credit, she did say her daughter, Ben, came out to her. I think it was the fact that she just got married without her knowing. But I don't know. I don't know what goes on in their house. I do wonder, though, like, from the daughter's perspective, because I've been in this situation before, like, why do my siblings need to know that, really?
And she also seems to have her own issues with her sexuality, because you saw her talk about how if she was married to a man, she would have told her siblings. So she has her own stuff going on with her.
Exactly.
Alex?
I agree. Like, I think that she should be honest with her siblings because it's nothing to be ashamed of. I also feel like you would rather get ahead of this than have them find out on television. Like, kids watch these shows. Kids are way savvier than they were back in, the 80s and the 90s when there was no internet and cable was cable. These kids know now. So, like, you married her. Why are you ashamed of it? Like, if it's like, okay, maybe I'm experimenting and exploring, maybe then you could keep it to yourself. Once you get married and this is your family, like, what you hiding it for? You sound embarrassed of your own life.
And just to keep it real, like, there's a lot of nuances, especially in a Southern family. And sometimes, like, just from my experience, like, I will take toleration. You don't have to accept it, but I will take toleration. It goes for, like, everyone is different. But I just know that I really can't be that mad at Angela without being mad at, like, people in my life. And I've seen that. So, I mean, I don't know. I feel like just from the daughter's perspective that let her work through, like, when she's ready to tell them, she'll be ready. I don't see why the kids need to know that specifically.
I mean, Avon already knows. You saw he was listening.
Right, exactly.
He already knows. He ran up and told his siblings. Y'all remember that? Well, you would tell you heard, like, oh, guess what? I heard something.
And
so
kids,
they already know.
And kids ain't stupid. They ain't never seen you up in no man's face.
Look.
That part. Guys, first of all, thank you so much for taking time out of your Monday to be here to talk about all the things. I look forward to seeing you both live, Pop Roast live at the Green Room 42 on August 1st. Remind the folks what they're going to get from this live show on August 1st, which is almost basically sold out.
Yeah.
But there are tickets available, guys. Go get your tickets if you're in the New York City tri-state area.
Right. I mean, this was just a little taste of it. I mean, you're going to get a classic Alexander Rogers soliloquy read. We're going to have a Q&A round. We're going to talk about housewives, pop culture. And then Alex, I think he's very humble about, like, how he has so many hit songs. Can we just talk about maybe just 3 quick ones? One of my favorites, the Allegedly song. He has that. And then Weekend Mom. That's my favorite number 1 hit.
We're going to do that. We're going to do Weekend Mom.
I
might even come up with a new verse.
What was the other one? From the streets of New York all the way out to
Vegas. And I love that we will be in New York when I'm singing that. That is just going to be a full circle moment. We are celebrating 8 years of Pop Roast. 8 years. And yet we're still the same age.
And look the same.
Well, I'm 85. Alex is maybe a little,
No, I mean, we're still the same age as when we started. We
look
the same age.
Right. I was like, wait, I'm okay.
Lord, you're gonna hold on to them 2 years.
I am.
Well, I'm older than both of y'all. Guys, I appreciate you all being here. I look forward to seeing Pop Roast live at the Green 42 on August 1st. But don't forget, guys, you could also follow them on their separate YouTube channels. When is Pop Roast on Alex's channel? When do you guys do that normally?
We now do it twice a month. So it's every other weekend. It's going to be usually on a Saturday at noon on Alexander Rogers' channel. Then I have mine where I'm at 18,000 subscribers, and I would love to be, up there with these two kings. So yeah, please follow me.
With over 3,300 people watching right now, we can get you at 20,000 if everybody go over and follow right now.
I'm ready to pop that bottle of champagne, like good champagne, when I get to 20K.
Oh crap! I'm getting close to 70. I gotta get a champagne.
Guys, if you're not following them, be sure to follow them. Big Miss Muffin, thank you for being a member for 40 months. We appreciate your support. Says, was just waiting on Drew's package. Ooh, child. Alex, I love you guys ×3. The Shade T and Reeds. Yes, most definitely. Juanita, thank you for another super chat. Juanita says, Shamea had the baby folded up too small. Wait, Duna car seat for vanity, questionable. What? Hold on, wait a minute.
I hear about that.
Me either. Oh, all right. We'll have to look into that. Stay tuned, y'all. Stay tuned. Make sure if you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe as well. And don't forget, you could hear our live recaps like this one and so much more on the Kempire podcast. So subscribe to that today. Thank you to both of you guys. Hang around. I will see you all later. Thank you to our King's Guards. Thank you to our channel members. Thank you to our subscribers. Thank you to everyone that came on over in the live chat and those of you watching in the replay. Let's continue this conversation there. I will see you all later. Thanks, guys.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Here we go now. Here we go.